Bueno, los dos maestros son considerados no solamente víctimas, pero también héroes. Ellos expusieron sus cuerpos tratando de proteger a los jóvenes. Uno de ellos es también el asistente de entrenador del equipo de fútbol americano. Uno de los jóvenes es autista y el otro es una joven de origen mexicano. Su madre dio una entrevista ayer a nuestra afiliada Univisión en la que dijo que ellos se habían mudado de California porque habían visto violencia en las escuelas y nunca se esperaron que esto sucediera en el estado de Georgia.
No merecía esto, no merecía morir así. Lo extraño, me hace falta. Y para mí esto es como quisiera que fuera un sueño. Me mataron en vida a mí y a mi familia.
Clase que él tiró y que cuando se fue cerré la puerta para que ya no se viene atrás. No vi alcanzar a ver qué pasó con él. O ni cuando los vimos le vi que estaba laying down just ahí su body was just right there.
Este joven es también considerado un héroe. Él vio al joven armado, cerró la puerta, recibió una herida de bala en el brazo. Era amigo de Cristian Angulo, el joven que falleció. Por eso veíamos esa emotiva respuesta del joven. Esto va a ser un largo proceso de recuperación. Las clases continúan suspendidas y ahora tendremos que esperar qué más detalles salen. Y aquí, Nacho, creo que es un caso bastante interesante. Es solamente la segunda vez que vemos que padres de los acusados enfrenten cargos. En Michigan, al inicio del año, hubo una padre y madre que fueron sentenciados por las acciones de su hijo. En esta ocasión lo estamos viendo y de alguna manera las autoridades están viendo que si no se puede controlar el acceso a las armas de fuego, especialmente estos rifles semiautomáticos de alto calibre que son capaces de causar daño muy rápidamente, al menos pueden castigar a aquellas personas que ellos consideran responsables a través del proceso judicial.
Bien.
Keep going, Clark. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Go down the wall. Keep your head up.
Isabel Rosales with CNN. So if there are any videos you think that we should have, just text it to me, okay? And I'll get it as soon as you can, if that's okay, yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you're safe, please. Thank you. Hug each other.
Four lives cut far too short. This morning, the community of Winder, Georgia is mourning the deaths of two students and two teachers who were shot by a teenage gunman at Apalachee High School. 14-year-old Mason Schumerhorn. Family and friends told the New York Times Mason enjoyed reading, telling jokes. He liked playing video games, and he was looking forward to an upcoming family trip to Disney World before he was shot and killed in school. 14-year-old Christian Angulo's older sister tells local media her brother was sweet. He was caring. One of his friends who happened to miss school yesterday was absolutely devastated that he had lost his life, been killed by a shooter. Then we have Christina Irmi. She was one of the two adults killed. She was a 53-year-old math teacher, and she was killed there at the school. 39-year-old Richard Aspinwall also taught math and was an assistant football coach as well. Richard's colleagues describe him as a well-respected guy, a great husband and a father. One friend called him, quote, one hell of a guy. All of them lost to gun violence at school.
Tiene derecho a un juicio rápido y tiene derecho a enfrentar a todos los testigos. Tiene derecho a convocar a los testigos de su parte a declarar en su defensa si así decide. Mientras que está aquí en esta corte hoy bajo la ley, se presume inocente. Su negación a declarar en cualquier proceso no será usado en su contra en determinar si es culpable o inocente. Abogados, permítame establecer si hay otros elementos que la Corte deba abordar antes de concluir esta audiencia preliminar. No, Su Señoría. Tengo una información. Ayer a la tarde, algo que debemos agregar, nuestro abogado designó y ya han hecho procedimientos a ese respecto. Gracias, señor Tonassi Greaves. Con eso, esta audiencia concluye. Se puede escoltar al acusado fuera de esta corte.
Erin Clark was at work this morning when she got a text, a series of them, from her son who was in class at Apalachee High School. They were messages that no parent ever wants to get from their child. Starting at 10:23 this morning, her son Ethan texted her and said, quote, "School shooting right now. I'm scared. Please, I'm not joking." She responded, "I'm leaving work." The senior student then texted, "I love you." And Erin Clark joins me now. Erin, one, I just want to say I'm so sorry for what you and for your son Ethan and what you had to go through today. Just to see that screenshot is so chilling. I just want to ask first tonight, how's Ethan doing right now?
He's actually doing very well. He's downstairs in his room playing video games.
I imagine as a parent, you never thought you'd get texts like that from your son while he's at school.
Definitely not. I couldn't believe I got the messages on my watch first, and I was just like, what? And I tried to call him, but he couldn't answer, and then I just left.
I mean, what was going through your mind as you're leaving work, as you're driving, to just not knowing what was going on and being unable to talk to him?
I hope he's alive when I get there. And this is really happening. I'm still in shock. I'm still in disbelief. This is a small county. Like, we are not big. And I'm just still in shock. And I just prayed that he would be okay when I got there. And thankfully he was.
We're so grateful that he was. I mean, what did Ethan tell you about what happened after he texted you?
So I finally was able to meet him on the football field at the school. That's where they were directing parents to go because they were parking on the side of the streets and we were walking. And I asked him, I was like, what happened? Like, tell me what you know. And he said he heard 8 or 9 gunshots. He was writing an essay and he heard the shots. And then some of the students in the class, thought it was a prank or they didn't think it was real. And he said, no, this sounds real. He said he got up and he closed the door to his classroom. He said another student helped him put desks in front of the classroom door so that if the shooter came by, they couldn't get in. He said after that, everybody just laid low. And I asked him if people were screaming. That's what I expected. He said no. He said people were mumbling. People were crying. There was a girl next to him crying.
What was it like when you finally saw him on that football field when you two were reunited?
He's not a hugger, and I had to force him to hug me. Oh my God, he's not a hugger. He's definitely not. And he doesn't like photos, but I forced a hug and I forced a photo. It was great.
Erin Clark, I imagine you made him a hugger after that, and I think every parent watching can understand why.